Guys, welcome. Sylvie says welcome. She's going to take a nap while we draw. I've never done this before, you guys. You wouldn't think that I have taught for 16 years. I'm shaking like a leaf, but I'm going to get through it. Hi! Okay, if you know me as Miss Coates, then you can call me Miss Coates. If you don't know me, you can call me that too, but you can also call me Evie, because that's my name. And you can call me whatever you want, because guess what? I can't hear you. Welcome to my art table. I'm going to give you a little tour of my setup. Hi, I'm nervous. Okay, so guys, I built this thing today so that I could have something to set my phone on, and we're just going to see how it works. It might come crashing down while I'm working. We just don't know what's going to go on. But I've also got this little contraption. This is where I keep my watercolor paints, but I think it's also going to do nicely as a makeshift easel. So, this is my art setup at home. I'm sure so many of you have wondered, what must her art setup at home look like? Well, kids and not kids, here it is. This is my beloved pencil sharpener. This was in my house when I was growing up. My dad gave it to me recently, and then he said, but I don't have anything to sharpen my pencils with anymore. This is a glass jar of my grandmother's pen nibs, those little pointy things that hold the ink. That's a pencil sharpener. That's my grandpa's ruler. There's my glass water jar that all of you know and love. Oh, here she comes. So let me just show you a few of the tools that I will be using that are my favorites. The humble and wonderful Papermate Sharpwriter mechanical pencil. You just can't do better than that for a mechanical pencil. Hi guys. I love all the waves. You're giving me some confidence. This is another one of my very favorite pencils. It's called the Palomino Blackwing. Why don't we just go ahead and sharpen it? Man, so satisfying. I've also got, this is one of my favorite pens. It's called the Micron PN, and the PN stands for plastic nib. None of you need to know any of this, but I think it's kind of fun to know. Another fan favorite is the brush pen, and I'll show you a little bit more about that later. I've got some markers. I've got some paints, and it doesn't matter if you have a paint setup like I do, and I'm guessing maybe that you don't, but even if you have just the good old humble Crayola watercolor set, you'll be just fine. Sylvie, say hi. At some point, she's going to end up drinking my watercolor water, I just guarantee, or my water. All right, so I miss you guys. If you are my students, I really do miss seeing you. And if you're not, then I hope you enjoy this. And we're just gonna go real simple today. And I don't know about you, but in this sort of strange and a little bit weird and unsure time, spring is one of my main comforts. The birds are still building their nests. The coronavirus scare is not scaring them. I wanted to show you, hold on. Yeah, you can't really see it right now, but there is a bird that's been building a nest right out there, and it's just been really fun to watch. By the way, this is my house. Say hi, house. So today I am just gonna enjoy drawing a couple of these little springy twigs that I gathered. I was on a walk yesterday, and I gotta say, I stole them off of a neighborhood tree. It wasn't anyone's yard, so I think it's okay. I've got dogwood, which are just now coming out. And then I've got these beautiful little apple blossoms. And then there's Sylvie. And I don't know if you all have any lovely blossoms or twigs or sprigs around your house. And if you do, maybe you could try doing what I'm doing where you are. And if you don't, I'm going to draw what's in front of me, and you can draw what I'm drawing if you'd like. Or you can just watch, that's fine too. By the way, this was my post from yesterday, my stay home schedule. I knew as soon as I knew that I had to stay home, that I had to have some kind of time frame, because I really would go absolutely batty if I didn't have something telling me to put on actual clothes, floss my teeth. I mean, these things are easy to forget when you're not in your normal routine, right? Drink water. That shouldn't be hard to remember. But sometimes you just go out of your mind and you do forget the simplest things. So every day I'm going to try really hard. And this is the first time I've ever done this in my whole life, even after 16 years of teaching art. But I'm going to try really hard. Somewhere in the 2 to 3 p.m., what time frame are we? Are we central? I never can remember. Wherever we are in Nashville, 2 to 3 o'clock. And I will do, hopefully, a brief, fun, hopefully meaningful little drawing exercise. And maybe it's not even drawing. Maybe it's painting. Maybe it's building something out of rocks. I don't know. Anything creative. I'm game. So, I am just going to start today with a pencil. And I'm hoping that some of my viewers might have pencils. And if Sylvie will move her tail, let's see, I'm going to try, again, this is the first time I've ever done this, so you guys can give me any feedback that would be helpful. So that you can see what I'm seeing, I'm going to try to situate, nope, that doesn't work. Hold please. Does that work? We're going to get it, don't worry. In the meantime, just enjoy the view of my cat's rear end. Let's see if that works. This is odd. And I might just have to pick it up and hold it. But, boy, sure is nice to see all you people and your little waves. Thanks for tuning in. Boy, this is weird. I keep saying that every day. I just wake up and I'm like, man, this is weird. I'm weird. You're weird. We are all the best kind of weird. All right. So when I'm looking at these sweet little baby dogwood blossoms, I see some shapes. Do you see shapes that you recognize? I see sort of like a little collection of little round shapes in the center. I see sort of a, what would we call that? Maybe an oval with a little nose on it, a little point. So let's start there. Okay, I'm going to have to pick up. Hold on. All right, holding the phone with one hand, drawing with the other. We can do this. So I'm just going to start that little round group of little ball shapes. Boink, 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 boink. Boink, boink. And you know what? I didn't count them, and it doesn't matter. And then we've got sort of a oval. Yeah, we're just going to call it an oval with a beak. How about that? How many of them are there? I think 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4. I did count those. Symmetry. Who knows what symmetry means? Anyone? Bueller. All right, so now I've got the shape, but then there are some other funny little guys around it that haven't come unfolded all the way yet. They just look like little sort of half circles that are all together. And then those little buds are just like hiding inside. They're like, hello, we in here. And then we've got this kind of stick that's sticking out here. So I'll just draw a stick. And then we've got this sort of roundish shape and those cute little family of buds. Y'all, I feel a whole lot like Bob Ross right now. And I'm okay with it. And then, let's see. There's another one that's kind of unfolding up here. And we're seeing sort of the side of that blossom. And that's what we call a profile. You might have heard the word profile before, but you might never have heard it in that way before. When you're looking at the side of something, that's a profile. Like if you look at Sylvie's profile, there it is. Hi, sister. Mwah. Let's see, where were we? Do we have to draw the jar? I don't think so. You know what I do want to draw, though, are those fun little lines on the petals of the dogwood. And does anyone have any clue what color this dogwood might turn out to be when it's done blooming? I'll give you a hint. It starts with a W, and it rhymes with light. Okay, these are kind of fun, kind of weird. I kind of like it. And there's like this kind of dark area at the ends. Sylvie does not know who I'm talking to. She's looking at me like I've lost my mind. Again, I'm okay with it. And then there are these cute little guys right down here. Is anybody drawing along with me right now? It'd be fun if you were. And it's okay if you're not, because we're just getting cranked up here. And there's a one little stick, a two little stick, buds. Look at those cute little buds. Bud, the buddy buds. Boink. And one more buddy bud. 3 little buddy buds. They're like a little family. Hi guys. It's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna draw the jar. You know what I am gonna do? I'm gonna bring over this guy. Look at our difference between this very beautiful, smooth, straight twig, and look at this wobbly, knobbly twig. Very different. I feel like Mr. Rogers right now. So I feel like Mr. Rogers, and I feel like, who else did I say? Bob Ross. So I'm gonna do something a little abstract. Who knows what abstract means? I think some of my students, I have told you what abstract is the opposite of before, and I wonder if anybody can remember. Maybe not realistic, although we're doing realistic, a drawing of something realistic. We're not doing it maybe in the most realistic way. So right now, I'm drawing these little guys, and they've got these beautiful little green leafy shapes that look like little spiky bumps, and I drew those right here And then one of my favorite things is after the blossoms come out, these beautiful leaves shoot out at the end. And I'm just going to put them down here, even though in real life that's not where they are. And that leaf looks, because we're seeing the half of it, looks like it's got a straight bottom and then sort of a jaggedy, rounded side. So let's see. Let's do another one. And then you see those beautiful little veins in the leaves? So I think I'll put those on. They're like little diagonal stripes. Uh-oh, Sylvie. You're gonna have to move. Move. Shoo, shoo. You go over there. So we'll put those little veins, those little lines that carry all the life to the very tips of the leaves. I bet those leaves are thankful for those veins. And just because I feel like it, I'm gonna do some more of those little guys because I think they're fun. And then these little blossoms. And then what if I get crazy and I just start drawing those like all over the place? What if they become a pattern? And maybe they're like flying through the air because spring is springing. I hope not many of you are sneezing very much these days. It's that time. Let's see. What else should we do? Wow. Isn't that beautiful? So I think I'm going to have a little bit of fun now with some more of these little guys. I could go in my yard and gather some different little twig or sprig every day for probably the next, I don't know, 5 weeks if I had to. And I would never run out of things to draw. And now, because I love polka dots, we're just gonna add some polka dots. All different sizes. Maybe they're bubbles, maybe they're bits of pollen, I don't know. Or maybe they're just lovely little dots. Or maybe they're bugs. Maybe this one is a bug. Beep, beep. He's cute. What do you think? Maybe one more leaf over here. Maybe one that is not folded in half. Maybe we do a whole leaf. And again, just like a feather or a leaf, always has that middle line that goes down the middle, and all the goodness that the plant needs travels through the leaf in those little lines. That's fun. Color, shall we? So I have, believe it or not, I don't even own a set of Crayola markers, and I am ashamed of myself. I did have these though, but they're a little different. They'll do in a pinch, as they say. So I'm gonna get out some of my favorite springy colors. What else should I get out? Maybe that guy. Do we have to do them in the colors that they are here? We can, but we don't have to. Just grab a yellow. What else? I've got the pink. I'll do a darker pink. So, we're kind of in silhouette, so it's kind of hard to see the... there we go. Aren't you beautiful? Hang on, I'm gonna turn my record down. Y'all, this is my record player. My sister Angela and her husband Joshua got it for me for Christmas one year, and it was a giant surprise, and it was one of my favorite things ever. Okay. let's just go in with some pink. Oh, so Bob Ross. If anyone knows who Bob Ross is, you will be laughing right along with me right now. Okay, did I get all of those little guys? I think I did. Nope, missed one. I need a light pink. Light pink, light pink, light pink. That's way too light. That looks like white. Let's grab this one. So I like, because you can see dark pinks and light pinks, I like putting a little bit of both. And you can do this with crayons, you could do this with watercolor, you could do this with colored pencils, you could do this with, good grief, anything. Good old regular markers, you could do it with pastels, anything that has pigment or color, you can use that. Uh-oh, did I get the right pink lid? Yes. All right, let's do our little dogwood guys. And I'm just gonna go in with yellow because yellow can live under that springy green. Maybe I'll layer some colors. And what color might I put with the yellow if I needed to turn it sort of greenish? Anyone? Anyone? Yes? Now the buds are sort of like green and like kind of a purpley gray. So interesting. Let's see, I'm gonna go in with this kind of springy green color though. And then I think I might even add some turquoisey blue to it, just if I'm feeling real crazy. What do we think? Not bad. While I'm at it, I think I might put some color on these guys. I think we all have different things that make us feel happy or calm. Some of you might just want to go lie in the grass and close your eyes and breathe. Some of you might want to listen to your favorite music. Some of you might play a video game or play, good gracious, a board game. Do you guys know what those are? I know you do. That wasn't very nice of me. But putting my pen and my pencil and my marker to the paper is a calming thing for me. So I hope that can work out that way for you as well. I'm gonna make our little dots all turquoise. I have students who have asked me in the past, Ms. Coates, what is your favorite color? And I always have to say two colors. One is turquoise and the other one, and I have to specify, it's not just plain old red, it's like tomato red, like it's a color called French vermilion. And here actually is a jar, a little bottle of vermilion ink that I bought when I was in Paris, and I love it so much. So that's one of my favorite colors. It's spilled. That's one of my favorite colors, and turquoise. And when you put them together, they're even better. So I'm going to put some of this turquoise on these petals because I'm crazy. And we'll put those in there, put that there. I don't know. Okay, what color did we say? Okay, those are kind of this sort of color. I think we're going to need a brownish color. Not that we care if anything is realistic at this point, but if we wanted to be a little bit realistic, we might need sort of a dark brownish kind of color for our twigs. But I kind of want it to be sort of a purpley brown. No, I don't like you. You go away. I think, yes, we're just, y'all, that is not brown at all. And I don't care. Yes. Yes. I like. What color should the bug be? Anyone? The bug. He needs to stand out. I don't know. I feel like maybe he should be striped. No, he's too small to be striped. We're just going to go yellow. And then we're going to give him some turquoise wings. Boink, boink. And then we'll put his little happy dots. He's happy to be flying around in this wing. There are so many different things that you could do with what we started with. And I hope that maybe you might go out into your front yard or backyard or, I don't know, rooftop terrace and grab a twig or a sprig and look at it carefully and look at all of its little jaggedy lines and all of its little sort of bud groupings. It's like a team. It's like a team of buds. But yeah, you could do all sorts of fun things. My drawing is not very large. I'll tell you about my blue fingernail in just a minute. My drawing isn't very large. You could make yours huge. You could do it with chalk on the sidewalk. I'm sure your folks wouldn't mind. But just looking at something and noticing what's special about it and then trying to put it down on paper is a worthwhile thing. So I hope you've enjoyed. I've actually enjoyed. We'll see. We'll see what happens next. The blue nail. So for about 2 months, I've had a tiny little chip in my nail, and every time my nail grew out, it would just chip again. And so I thought, I'm going to paint it blue, number 1, to hold the nail together, and number 2, to remind me to just leave that nail alone. That blue says, no, leave me alone. And Sylvie, say goodbye. Until next time. I have no clue how long I've been on here. Maybe I'll make it longer next time. Maybe I'll make it shorter. Hydrate. Drink water. Wash yo hands. And that will do it for today. March 20, what is today? I know it's Friday because my sister texted me that this morning. It's March 27th. So here we are signing off with our sweet little flower drawing. Oh, one more thing. If you wanted to, you don't have to, but if you wanted to, and you did a drawing sort of like mine, or if you do one in the future, maybe you might, if you have, or if your mom or dad have Instagram, you could send it to me. You could direct message me and send it to me. I would love to see it. You also could post it and hashtag it, or your mom or dad could. Again, I'm new at this. I don't know how all this is really going to work out, but maybe after I'm done here on my posts, I will write some instructions for how to share what maybe you drew. So, Sylvie and I say farewell from the art table. We love you. I miss all of you who I am not seeing all of these normal school days. I sure do miss you a whole lot, and I hope that you're all well and happy and not going too crazy. Be nice, wash your hands, drink water, love your guts.